Good evening to you and thank you for joining us. As the summer months come to an end, the overall economy is seeing a bit of good news. The 40-year high inflation rate has started to decline ever so slightly, but this good news may only be short-lived. News 10's Hannah Fulman breaks down these new inflation trends and shows us what you can expect in the coming months.
Oftentimes, when you are delivered good news, bad news may follow. In this case, our overall economy is starting to see some good news with inflationary prices beginning to ease. But the bad news is local economists believe this trend will likely not continue as we reach the end of the year. Prab Nagra says the price of everything is going up.
I usually get a white mocha from Starbucks, a venti. I think that used to be like $5 something, 45 cents. I think now it's like $5.85, you know? It's like, oh man, it's going up, it's going up.
He's a medical student at Indiana University taking classes on Indiana State's campus. He says the recent inflationary prices have been hard to handle, especially as a student with a lot of expenses.
If you're like me and you don't really got a lot of money in the bank and you're taking out loans, these loans are what I usually pay for my food with, so I mean, I have a limited supply of money I'm using, so I mean, it can be tough.
Recently, the United States Department of Labor revealed the overall inflation rate is now at 8.5% as of July. This is down from a 4-decade high of 9.1% in June. Local economists say there is one main reason behind it.
Almost entirely because gasoline prices came down.
Earlier this summer, gas prices saw a record high, hitting above $5 for many places. But just recently, those prices have dropped significantly, with some people paying under $3.50 for a regular gallon of gas. However, local economists say the drop in gas prices is only one part to a much bigger inflation picture.
Everything else is going like this and energy is going like that, but energy can only go like that for so long, so even if it just stabilizes, the dominant effect of everything else is up.
Even though overall inflation rates did decline in July, economists warn this is not something that should be celebrated.
We should not break out the streamers and the noisemakers about the end of inflation quite so soon.
The fear is that inflation may stay around the 8 to 9% mark for a long time, which ultimately may lead into an economic recession. But for now, there is something that students like Nagra can take comfort in.
People as old as I am remember inflation in the early 1980s at almost 20%. So we ain't breaking that record. Thankfully, we ain't breaking that record.
We will know if inflation rates will continue on this decline or go back up, as many economists predict, in just a few weeks. Reporting in the studio, Hannah Fulman, News 10.